Growth sounds beautiful until it asks you to look inexperienced again. Mhm. Everyone wants transformation. Everyone wants the next level. Everyone wants the expanded life, the deeper confidence, the stronger body, the clearer voice, the larger room. But very few people enjoy the doorway, because the doorway often requires you to become a beginner again. And that is where many people stop. Not because they lack desire, no, but because they fear looking foolish. They would rather remain competent in an old life than awkward in a new one. They would rather be praised for what they have already outgrown than be unseen while learning what comes next. But growth does not always begin with mastery, no. Sometimes growth begins with clumsiness. The first attempt, the uncertain voice, the imperfect recording. With the message you send before it feels polished enough. With the decision to enter a room where you are not yet the most capable person. That is not failure, no. That is initiation. A beginner is not someone with no value. A beginner is someone who has accepted the cost of becoming more. And that cost is often embarrassment. The ego hates it. The ego wants dignity without development. It wants expansion without awkwardness. It wants the harvest without being seen learning how to plant. But life does not work that way. No. Because every stronger version of you will first arrive as someone you do not fully know to be yet. The confident speaker was once nervous. The disciplined creator was once inconsistent. The elegant leader was once unsure where to place his hands. The sovereign person was once afraid of being misunderstood. So, if you feel awkward right now, do not rush to interpret that as evidence that you are not ready. It may very well be evidence that you are finally entering the room you have been asking for. Growth requires courage. The courage to be a beginner because the old version of you cannot carry the new life alone. Something must be learned. Something must be attempted. Something must be done before confidence arrives. Confidence is not the door. Confidence is often what waits on the other side after you have walked through embarrassment and survived. So, begin. Begin badly if you must. Begin quietly. Begin with no applause. Begin before the performance feels worthy of the dream. Because the life you want may not be waiting for you to become impressive. It may be waiting for you to become willing. Willing to learn. Willing to be seen trying. Willing to let the first version to be imperfect. Willing to grow in public without handing your dignity to the opinions of strangers. That is courage. Not the absence of discomfort, no, but the refusal to let discomfort govern your becoming. So today do not ask only, am I good at this? No. Today, ask instead, am I willing to become good at this? That is where growth begins. Not in certainty, not in applause, not in mastery, no. In the quiet, brave moment when you stop protecting the old image and allow the new self to begin.